Good morning. This is Joanne with the Ashland Chamber, and we're going to go through the Chequamegon Bay Birding and Nature Festival registration to help you with your registration process. Registration will open on April 10th at 9 a.m. So you'll go to the link that we'll have on the site or in your email. The first thing I suggest you do is you close out this filtered side over here on the left. You don't need that for anything. I would just close that so it doesn't distract you. You will be looking at the information down the center and then over on the right here in your shopping cart. So for an example, if you have your activities, we suggest you have your 4 field trips picked and then also a second and third choice, just in case your first choice is full. But so say I wanted to do birding at Copper Falls State Park, I would click to add to my cart. And then over on the right side here, you would do your quantity. And here I would add your quantity. If you're registering for you or anyone else, you add your quantity there. Then you continue down the page to your next activity. And so now I want to pick something in the afternoon. So I'm going to pick this loon pontoon. I'm going to add that to my cart. There's going to be 2 of us doing that. So here, loon pontoon on the right side, I'm going to change my quantity to 2. And then I'm going to scroll down to the bottom of the page. There's numbers across the bottom that will bring me to the next number. See, number 11, 12. So then you would look for your next activity, which my next one is going to be the next day. So that's going to actually be, let's see, Birding by the Bay. This would be on Friday. I'm going to pick that, and just one of us are going to do that activity. So I'm going to leave that as 1. And then I'm going to do another activity at night. In the afternoon, birding at Sutherland area. I'm going to add 2 people. Now, the reason why I suggest that you add your activities and then your quantity is once you have your activities in this quantity, it is saved in your cart until you check out or until you stop using the computer for more than 15 minutes. I would assume that if you're going to register, you're going to get it all done as soon as possible. So as long as you have them in the activities you want and your quantity, that is saved until you check out. So then also, if you go to the last page, here's where we have, if you are interested in donating to the Birdathon, and that is where a couple of our leaders, Ryan and Nick Anich, go out and they count birds in a single day. And then that money goes towards bird conservation in Wisconsin. So if you are so inclined to donate to that, you can. It's anywhere between $5 and $100. If you wanted to do different increments, you know, under the donation, you'd add it to your cart if you wanted to do $10, and then you would just put quantity of 2, and that would make that $10. So once you have everything in your cart, you will go to the continue button here on the right. This brings you to the next page. Here's where you would add your email address. Sorry, having trouble. My computer here, okay. Then it will ask you to agree to these terms. And so you would click yes, you can read the policies if you'd like, and then you're going to click next. So then it brings you up to your activities, and then you're going to enter who is doing what. So this is birding at Copper Falls State Park. So I'm going to be the first person, Joanne, whoops, my last name. And then date of birth. Now are asking for your date of birth, you don't have to put your actual date of birth, but you can just put in the year. And then this is myself. And then continue. Then it brings you right up to the next person who's doing birding at Copper Falls State Park. So you would go into this selection. So now that you've entered your name, it's already in there, but this would be for another person. So I would add that person and their name. Actually, I'm not going to use her name. I apologize. Jones, make one up. And then I have to do a birth date. And I always kind of put close to the year you're doing. And then this is a different adult. Click continue. So now Loon Pontoon, I'm going to already be in there. So I would click that. It's myself. See all this information popped up again. Continue. The next Loon Pontoon person is Mary Jones. And that's a different adult. Birding at Bark Bay. Now that one, I only had one person, so you have to remember which person that you had that was going to do that activity. Birding the Sutherland area. I picked 2 people on that, so I'm going to go through. So you see, once you have your people in there, it goes fairly quickly. And here's my donations. So those, whoops, sorry, I apologize here. I went ahead of myself. Oh, burning. So now once you have all those in and you've put the people who are attending, now you come to your next page, which is your registration form. And this is where you fill out your information. And all this information helps us for our to be able to contact you if we have any questions or in the future. Then you put your address. Continue, then it will bring you up to the next person that you have registered. So now this is the Mary Jones. So if you have a friend that you're registering or anything like that, you have to fill in their information. So, and if you don't have their information, you would just put in your own, but this way they could get their information. Continue. Then the next thing is your waiver and agreements. This is just agreeing that you're not going to sue us for anything. And then you sign your signature. And here you don't have to do a whole thing, but just so you know something. And then you would continue. Then it brings you to review your cart and checkout. And here is where I would suggest making sure you have everything in there. It tells you the activity you're doing, the person who's registered for that, and your cost over here. Now, again, remember you get 4 field trips, and then you can do any of the other afternoon activities, the dinner, the cruise, you know, the ones that are not field trips, you can add those as well, and they don't count towards your 4. Then once you're all done, here's what your total is with your processing fee. There is a processing fee for doing the online registration. The next thing is there's a refund. We have a refund policy for the Chequamegon Bay Birding and Nature Festival. This is kind of like an insurance if you are interested. So you could receive a refund on this order of $190 if you wanted to pay $38. You don't have to do this. I'm just telling you that because it is on here and you will have to click a yes or no. If you click yes, we cannot refund you any of that money. So our suggestion is click no, but everyone has their own opinion about doing stuff like that. And then you go to the next item where you pay with your credit card or electronic check. You can choose however you want to do that. I'm not going to go through that process because you can pick that and do it yourself. And then at the end, here's where you do your password creation. So here it has my email, and then we do the password in here. I just want you to know that if you do use other people's email address in here, they are going to receive their confirmations. You won't receive the confirmation for those people. You'll just get your confirmation for your activities. So be leery of that when you get your confirmation. Once you finish, you are only going to get yours if you use their emails. Otherwise, if you put your email in for everything, you will receive the email for everyone's registration. If you have any questions on this or on registration, if you need anything clarified, please call our office at 715-682-2500. But again, the process is pretty clear and straightforward. We thank you for registering with the Bird and Nature Fest, and we can't wait to see you in May.